I don't really have a cameraman or anything. I set up my phone on the tripod right there. We're gonna hope it works out. I think I'm in frame. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, but I know that this little kind of warm-up section, a lot of people like this little yapping section. I don't know. You can obviously skip through it, I guess. I think I'll more just be talking about how I'm feeling. I think this is going to be more of a documentation. Today is back and biceps. Quite excited for it. The easiest day of the week, I would say. It's the only one with 2 muscle groups. We usually get through the workout pretty quickly. I took some liquid pump, some pump sauce, and it usually gets me going pretty good. So I have a feeling it'll lead to a nice workout, especially with the not only the division, the split that I've been doing, but I have honestly been enjoying the reduction in working sets. I used to do a lot of working sets during my workout, and with this prep, what my coach has me doing is completely reduced from, I would say, about half to maybe a third the amount of working reps I was doing for each muscle group, excluding shoulders. Shoulders, I'm doing, I would say, about double the working sets that I was doing for shoulders. And I would usually avoid working shoulders. I felt like my shoulders were too bulky, but obviously my coach feels like they could use some specialization. We're also doing men's physique. Yeah, you get into those working sets, usually doing more warm-up sets than I am working sets for the muscle group, just to make sure that everything's feeling good. I don't think there's been a day where I've done less weight yet. I've yet to have like a funky day where I'm feeling weak or I'm feeling like I'm not up to my normal capabilities. We're gonna find out when we get there, aren't we? Now the question for future me is, how much of this do I keep in? It'll probably be like a portion of the drive. It's like a 12-minute drive. I doubt all. Tweaker, what a lovely sight to see. Because right now we're 18 weeks out. I started a couple weeks ago. 2 weeks ago I started at about 20 weeks out. A good time to start your prep, I will say. It feels like we've got plenty of time to settle into things. I mean, spent the last 2 weeks just trying to figure out what my maintenance was, and then now we reduced this week and trying to curb those cravings, man. It's brutal. I love snacking. I'm not usually a big meal guy, but I think after just not eating fast food and not, I just want to cook for myself again, make myself from freaking fried rice with kung pao chicken or something, man, like something with flavor. But I will say that it's gotten addicting. Like I genuinely look at certain food and I kind of feel my stomach churn a little bit when it was originally really hard for me to eat the meals that I was having to cook for myself. Now it's easy, and there's been some changes made. Like I'm not cooking everything before every meal, so the labor for each meal is easier. Kind of found a system in which I like the taste of everything, but I'm not, smothering everything in seasoning or sauce. Though I will say, I'm trying to back off on my mustard intake. I know mustard is low calorie, but I'm absolutely obsessed. I'm putting mustard on everything, and I gotta probably stop that. But that's the luxury of being this many weeks out. I feel like there's still plenty of time where even if I'm still snacking on those sauces or those seasonings a bit too much, we got extra time for me to, get used to without those things. Because when we get to a couple weeks out, I presume, I've never done this before, but I presume that things even like seasoning are going to be taken out of the equation, and I'm going to be eating bland foods. And it's that fuel mentality, right? Not eating to enjoy it. If I was eating to enjoy it, I wouldn't enjoy the way I look. And I think that's a trade-off that a lot of people don't realize, and a lot of people try to fix it, right? And you can do your best, but that's making things really complicated, right? Like trying to make the low-calorie, sugar-free, all those options for yourself, or still trying to make your food that's within your dietary restrictions or calorie limits taste good, is really difficult. If you're not counting your calories and you don't care about your calories, eating becomes so amazing. You can put whatever you want on your food. Of course it's going to taste good. But when you change the mentality from like, I'm eating to enjoy this, to I'm eating to get what's in the food inside of my body, it's purely a fuel, like this is going in so I get what I need out, your attitude about food changes. And so like, just because it's not, seasoned a bunch, doesn't mean that I, don't like it. Like, I'm able to eat a raw bowl of spinach by myself with some water. And granted, yeah, it's a little, it's not wonderful by any means, but I feel great after I eat that bowl of spinach. I think that's the craziest thing, is isolating my food intake in the way that I have for this competition. It's only been a couple weeks, but I have completely adhered to this diet to like a religious level. I don't like slipping. I don't like saying that I have any excuses. When I get up on stage in 18 weeks, I want the reason that I lost to be simply for the fact that I'm not good enough right now. Not that I didn't do something good. If there's a chance that I could have trained harder, if there was a meal that I could have not cheated on, I decided to have that one bite of a cookie, or I decided to have, I think one of the first days I was asking the coach, like, hey, can I eat a mom meal every once in a while, right? It was just kind of that explanation. Even though it may fit within the same protein, fat, carb amount, right? Say it's like literally the same list of foods with tiny differences. The sources you're picking are just as important. I'm getting a bunch of fiber from the spinach. If I decide to, take out some blueberries in the morning and take off a little bit of sourdough, or I don't know, maybe instead of the rice cakes with the banana and the honey, right? Like, that's carbs, sugar, and some fiber. I eat a fiber 1 bar, right? Or a couple fiber 1 bars, right? They've got the carbs, they've got the sugar from the chocolate, they've got some protein from the nuts, which is actually like a bonus compared to the meal that I normally eat. That processed, factory-made protein bar is not going to digest in my stomach, and my body isn't going to love it the same way that, say, the rice cakes and the banana and the honey do, right? Yes, the honey may be factory processed, and the banana's farm grown, and the rice cake is literally cooked in a factory, but you get what I mean. Like, maybe you don't get what I mean. Because it is processed and manufactured in that way, and a lot of it is, like chocolate syrup itself is like a completely manufactured product. Like bananas you can pick off of trees. It's more natural, even if they've got their GMOs and whatnot. But your body, because of the natural constructions of the sugar in the honey and the way, things are structured in the banana and the simple carbs that quickly turn into sugars from the rice, all of those are great for a pre-workout, but your body actually gets, I wouldn't say 100%. I'm not an expert on dietitian stuff, but your body legitimately from natural sources will absorb more of what it needs, right? So I'm gonna get more of that fiber that's in the banana than the fiber in the fiber 1 bar. I'm gonna get more of that sugar in the honey than I would from the fiber 1 bar in the chocolate. And I'm gonna get more, carbs and short-term sugars to burn from the rice cake, more so than I would from the rice or the oatmeal or the whatever they put into the fiber 1 bar. And so simply just choosing the less manufactured food to consume, you will provide yourself with more nutrients. And then you go one step further to controlling the calorie amount. It's even more of a bonus. That's kind of the mentality switch that I've been facing, is treating food more like fuel rather than a flavor fun time, because
mala fama, se la pasan diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto drama de nada. Dime si vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. Mala fama, se la pasan diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto drama de nada. Dime si vienes a mi cama, a mi cama.
Yo no puedo olvidarme de tu beso, yo no puedo olvidarme de tu sonrisa, yo no puedo olvidarme de tu boca, que toda mi piel me eriza. Yo no puedo olvidarme de tu beso, yo no puedo olvidarme de tu sonrisa, yo no puedo olvidarme de tu pulso, que rico todo ni que me besa.
Mala fama, se la pasan diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto drama de nada. Dime si vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. Hasta que me llamen, se la pasan diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto drama de nada. Dime si vienes a mi cama, a mi cama.
Hello everybody. As you can see behind me, I'm editing this video right now, and turns out my microphone died a great portion of the way through. So as you noticed in the driving portion that was cut off early, there was a good another 8 minutes of me talking there, and then about 5 to 8 minutes of me talking during my posing that I am unfortunately cutting out this time. But I still do hope that you enjoyed the video. We'll treat this as a sort of trial run, but I still wanted to get a video out. Hopefully we'll see improvements in the future. But thank you all. If you made it this far, please like the video, leave a comment. I really appreciate it. New steps to be taken ahead. But that's all. That's my little note. I love you all. Have a wonderful day.